Happy Hump Day, folks. It is another Wednesday, the last one of February, on this eve of the leap day. We have a leap day tomorrow because this is 2024. Every fourth year we have one of these, so we get an extra day this month. That's good. And for the most part, we avoided any significant severe weather last night. That's also pretty good. Take a look at some of those storm reports here in just a couple of moments. And looking ahead at another warming pattern for the eastern United States going into the first week of March. It might be said that March will come in like a lamb this year, but something tells me that won't last. So we'll get into the details here. Let's start you off with the satellite perspective, showing you that departing system still kicking up a few thunderstorms, but nothing too significant. Some good rains across portions of the mid-Atlantic right now, where that storm is looming. We've got colder, much colder air, drier air coming in behind it too. That's the big story. Huge drop in temperature behind this system as we've gone from last night to today. This is the reason for it. The upper level pattern showing those jet stream winds and a steep trough of low pressure. Kind of a unifying trough. You got both branches involved. That's why we've got the tug of some cold air. But if you look west, we're back into a split pattern once again. And that's going to take hold here as we head on into that first week of March with, again, significant warming expected for a lot of people. All right, let's take a look at some of these storm reports from last night. And by the way, if you're new to the program, the weekly update out every week. And we like to look 1 to 2 weeks ahead. So we'll talk about some of the current stuff, but the focus will be on the stuff coming down the pipe. And if that's your jam, be sure to like and share this video. All right, here you go. This is the storm reports coming out of the Storm Prediction Center from last night. Did have a few tornado reports in there, and you can see those across portions of northern Illinois. None of these producing injuries or significant damage from what I can tell. We also had a group that came in really late last night, early this morning, about 4:30 this morning, out of east or west central Ohio, where again, minor damage, but nothing too bad, no injuries. That's what we like to see. Montgomery County, Ohio says there was a glass blown out at an Airway shopping center. Tornado likely associated with that. A TDS was observed on the Wilmington radar. Also, 3 trees reported down. A pine reported snapped near the top. Tornado likely there. That's Montgomery County, Ohio. Clark County, Ohio, large tree down. Photo verified, and again, a couple trees down. Not a huge deal. Moderate damage, however, reported. Heavy debris reported on Mitchell Road. So we'll see if we get any more information out of that. Multiple houses damaged, it sounds like perhaps, there in Clark County. And then Madison, Ohio, reporting extensive damage to homes. Tornado likely. If we get more information, I'll pass that along. But the good news is no injuries out of that deal. All right, so let's take a look at what's happening now. That's what happened last night. Earlier this morning, did have several hail reports, by the way, for Kentucky, Ohio, and especially up near Chicago. Current hazards. Got some wind out east with that big storm system. Wind advisories in the beige and the orange there. That's a high wind warning. You've got some flood alerts for portions of northern New England. And then out west, you've got more wind, and you got winter storms in the upper elevations of the Sierra Nevadas, the Cascades, the Bitterroots, northern portions of the Rockies. Again, winter storm watches have been posted there. So it does look like, at least for the time being, that winter will be shifting out west. And that'll play a factor as it's going to allow the eastern U.S. to experience some nice warming once again. I know we're getting spoiled, but hey, who wants to bring, this party to an end? I know I don't. Let's just keep it going all throughout the spring. Maybe Punxsutawney Phil was right this time. All right, let's get to the models. I want to show you first, before we go any further, what the temperatures have done. Going back to early this morning, take a look at those 60s. These are apparent feel-like temperatures. Also, these are very close to the real temperature as well. So apparent temperatures this morning running in the 60s for the Ohio River Valley, 70s to the south, middle, lower Mississippi River Valley. And watch as it comes crashing. So right here at about 6 a.m., it was 61 degrees in Louisville. You can see that Let me make sure you guys see what I'm looking at here. 61 degrees at 6 a.m. this morning in Louisville. Fast forward 3 hours, and the feel like temperature was down to 34. You do the math on that, that's a drop of 27 degrees in 3 hours. So big boy front, that's the reason for the stronger storms and the high wind. So all that cruising to the east, and you can see that cold's going to stick around here for a few days. It'll relax as we head towards the weekend. In the meantime, let's take a look at the jet stream pattern. This is coming in from the latest run of the GFS, or make that the European forecast model, showing that unified jet streak as it moves off to the east. And then behind it, we get some pretty good ridging in place here as we head on into the end of the week, and the weekend should spell for some decent weather. And then we'll watch another series of storms approaching from the west. These are set to arrive here as we go throughout early portions of next week. But again, the flow remains split. So in the absence of a major, unification of the jet streams, I don't see any real big storms for the eastern U.S. All the action is going to be out west, and they are going to see plenty of action out west, by the way. All right, so with that, let's see what the latest offering of the Euro is showing us. It shows the big storm departing to the east. Going to have some lake effect snow coming in behind it. And then quiet weather here starting Thursday, Friday. Got a little system running up the southern Appalachians and lower Ohio Valley, maybe with a little rain on Friday. This is not a big system at all, just a little rain. And then the warming resumes behind it. It continues. The big storms out west. That's where all the snow is going to be for the Intermountain Rockies, the Cascades. Sierra Nevada is going to have plenty of snow in the next 1 to 2 weeks ahead. And we'll look, because some of the data supporting the idea of maybe some more stronger thunderstorms for the middle portion of the United States midweek next week. That's the GFS. Let's see what it says here. And yeah, we're going to have some plain storms second half of next week. It's really kind of difficult to say how that's going to translate as it moves to the east. But overall, I do see plenty of warming. Spring arriving ahead of schedule, it looks like. Now, as far as those warming temperatures are concerned, this is where we're at now. So above normal temperatures in the warm colors, below normal temperatures in the cold colors. And you can see we've got a little shot of some cold air across the eastern United States right now. But as we move forward in time, more warming across the eastern U.S., the cold relegated to eastern Canada, and the western Canada, British Columbia, Alberta, make your way south into the west coast of the United States and the Rockies. That's where the cold's going to be. The warmth continues across, most of the eastern half of the continent, not just the United States, but look at the warmth all over the place. This is about 10 days from now. We keep going a little further out, and you can see overall warming is the trend. I think that'll probably make a lot of people happy. It's not going to last. No, I don't think winter is completely done with the eastern United States. We'll see what middle portions of March brings us and beyond. But I do think that we're primed for severe weather as we head towards the middle portions of the month as well. So that's something we'll be watching very closely here in the next couple of days. In the meantime, enjoy the warmth. We've got, again, quiet pattern through the weekend. It'll be a chilly weekend. And then that warmth really begins to resume here as we head on into early portions of next week. With that being said, thank you for being here. If you got something out of the video, be sure to like it, share it. And in the meantime, stay warm. Enjoy the quiet weather while we get to keep it around. Stay blessed, my friends, and we'll talk to you again soon.